Hello everyone, my name is Rifaah. I'm a real estate investor in the Denver area and I specialize specifically in house hacking strategy, which is basically buying a house, renting a portion of it out, and try to have enough money saved up over a period of time to buy your next house and do that again. My goal for starting this is to track my progress in my real estate journey, keep tabs on the issues that I'm facing, the problems that I encounter, and how I solve these problems. I also would like to keep track of my progress in this journey. I wanted to also share it with the world to see if there's anybody out there that's looking to do the same thing and I want to learn from it. I bought this current house, which is my third one right now, that I am house hacking with my partner, and we moved here in February 2023. Actually, we moved from the house next door, and now the house next door is fully rented, and it is technically my second house that I bought. The second house that I bought was in 2020 during the pandemic. The first house that I bought in 2018 was very scary to start with, just because of knowing that I would be getting into such an enormous amount of debt. But at the same time, I went in with a plan in mind to know how to use this house to make money. I converted that house into an asset that now is making me money by simply renting it out. I chose this particular strategy because I currently work in an 8 to 5 job, mostly working from home, even before the pandemic, and that really allowed me to use my available free time when I'm done working to focus on what everybody calls a side hustle, which is really my business. Eventually have it take off and not have to work 8 to 5 anymore. I do love my work as an engineer. I saved up enough money to try to do something with it, to try to invest or grow it somehow, to use it in my retirement. My landlord at the time owned a 13-unit apartment complex, and she came in to visit multiple times, and I became friends with her. And she basically started talking to me about how she acquired the apartment complex and how that is basically going to be her retirement. And she was about ready to retire, and the apartment complex that she owned, she was about to sell, and she basically asked me to help her paint the doors of all the apartments, the outside doors. So I did, to save her some money, and I figured, I have some time, and maybe I should just do something with my time to make a little bit more money. So I made like $1,400 helping her out, roughly, give or take, at the time. But the most valuable insight that I learned from her was real estate investing. She basically referred me to local real estate team that she was working with, and I went there to meet them. They basically let me know that we're running a lot of free courses right now, in-person courses, to teach people about real estate investing and the different strategies that people can take. You're more than welcome to come over and attend some of the classes. So I did. I was basically attending every free class that's available through this real estate company, and that was between 2017 and 2018. After I've armed myself with enough knowledge and read some business books and some real estate investing books, I felt pretty confident to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy my first house. Especially that at the time I knew what I was looking for. After doing all the research and everything, I knew I wanted a house that would allow me to rent out a big portion of it if possible, to supplement my income, or to supplement also the mortgage payment, so that whoever's going to be living with me would be helping me out. The finances worked out in a way that if I bought the house that I bought, I had to have someone move in right away, or else I would not be able to afford it by myself. So the house that I chose right off the bat had a basement unit that's equipped with its own separate entrance, almost like a mother-in-law suite. In fact, that basement had 3 bedrooms and 1 bath, and a full kitchen and its own laundry as well. So upstairs where I stayed, and also had a roommate. The upstairs, by the way, is also a 3 bedroom, 1 bath with a full kitchen. It's just a little bit bigger than downstairs in the basement. So the upstairs, I was thinking, if I were to leave, would rent out for a lot more. And that's what I did. I bought the house, I moved in, I renovated, or I made sure that the basement is ready for rental, and I posted my first ad to look for tenants in the basement. We used at the time Facebook Marketplace and other means, and I can say till now most of my tenants are actually from Facebook Marketplace, surprisingly. It is a good resource to get good quality tenants, and you can actually interview the tenants beforehand before you actually sign them up to move into your house, to make sure that they're going to be a right fit, especially if you're going to be living with them or living in the same quarters where you would be interacting maybe not on the daily basis, but from time to time. So that was a big factor for me. I wanted to make sure that I picked the right tenants, and I'm not gonna pick something that's gonna cost me a headache over time. So that part was also taught in the free classes that I took, and over time I sort of learned as well what works for me and what works for the house, and how to find good tenants. Does that mean that I'm never gonna have bad tenants? Of course, things will happen, and things did happen. Mitigate and how to deal with after the fact as well, if you had any bad experiences with bad tenants. So that was the first house, but it was a great start to kick off this journey and to basically have enough income that I don't have to pay out of my own pocket to live in that house. In fact, I lived there for free or minimal amount of money, and I saved up enough to buy my second house. When I moved next door in the pandemic, it was a different house setup than the first one. It did have a basement, but the basement was partially finished. It had a bathroom, a brand new bathroom that was built, as well as a bedroom in the basement. So that was a good start for me to be ready for it, to rent out that basement, living as cheap as possible to save up for this current third house that I'm in. But during the pandemic, as everybody had their plans shifted and things kind of moved around, I ended up having a friend that I know move in with me, who ended up being my partner. And we moved together to this new house, and I've rented the house next door now fully to new tenants, and started making money off of that house again. So that was basically a quick rundown of what I was doing in my real estate journey so far since 2018 till summer of 2023. I will keep you all posted. Please let me know if you would like me to talk about specifics about this story, anything in particular that interests you. Otherwise, I'll focus on the issues that I face, the challenges that I overcome, and how to basically mitigate issues in the future. Thank you for sticking around. If you like this video, please let me know. Please comment below if you'd like me to focus on a certain topic in this journey, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.